This week's Midweek Magic is Phantom Sealed, which means I get to play sealed and not pay for it. The rewards are not much of anything, but that's okay. It's a random cosmetic. And I like playing limited, so we're gonna open this up and build a deck. Give me the cards. Alright, these are my rares. Virtue of Loyalty, all-star card. Realm Scorcher, Hellkite, also a bomb. So we have two, I will say, bombs here, but we have two really good pieces of rare. One's removal, one's like pseudo removal here. Spectral Mortality in the end. I'm gonna have to see what else is in my pool. This is not anything. This is fine. Like, I would still run Virtue of Courage in most red decks just because it's a 2-mana, like, shock. We'll see what we got. Okay, we've got Princess Takes Flight, always nice. Stroke of Midnight, good removal. Virtue of Loyalty. Not too much stuff in white. We have actually a bunch of removal in white. That's pretty good. So this Virtue of Loyalty can also be splashed if I have a bunch of fixing, like... Not like this. I was looking for prisms and whatnot. Return from the Wilds. Oh, looks like we actually have a bunch of good stuff in green, too. Hamlet, Glutton, Beanstalk, Ferocious. Return from the Wilds. Double up the Beanstalk. Nice. And I'm a big fan of Root Rider Fawn. This is your fixing in all 5 colors. Ginger Brute's pretty nice, though. All right, let's take a look now at blue. We didn't have any of our good rares in blue. Blue is also, as it happens, the weakest color in this, like, entire set. And that's fine. We actually have some of the best key cards. This is really cheap removal, as is this. This is just a very good card. This goes great on this. We've got Fairies, Curiosities, Removal. Our blue has actually got a lot of the better blue cards, but we don't have any of the big ones. Like, no Balluna's Gatekeepers. Those are the things that I really want to close out with blue. So let's see if we have really good black removal. We already know about 2 pieces of removal in black. We have the End and the Spectre. Double Monstrosity, Conceited Witch, Sweet Tooth Witch, the End, Shadow the Oath, Spectre. Wow, that's also a very shallow pool. Could certainly play it. We'll see what else we got. Oh, Torch the Tower, an Embereth Veteran. I like both of these. Ratcatcher Trainee fills up the board. This is fine. This is fine. Not really for me. Immodane's Recruiter is great. Mary Bards is okay. Daredevil, same thing. It's fine. I feel like I'm going to want red, green, maybe splashing in white. I think that that's doable with our pool. The green really is just kind of like, I need a good, solid power. I need my power couple right here. I need my Gruul. Do I have enough for Boros? So, like, I'll show you what a Boros deck would look like for me. I would put in one of these. We probably wouldn't have enough food. No, this would be just like a, if I'm desperate, throw in this. All right, so that's like, we're playing even the subpar cards. Use that. We're really relying pretty much entirely on our red here, which I'm not that huge on doing. All right, and then I would cut down probably a Moment of Valor and Savior of the Sleeping. That's my 41 for Boros. If I wanted more removal, there's also a Rip the Seams. And I feel like Virtue of Loyalty is good enough to pull that off. Yes, and also, Immodane's Recruiter you do not need white for. No, the reason why I don't like my black pool is because I just don't have that many cards. We have some really, really good cards, but we don't have a lot of cards, which is kind of rough. And if I had better fixing outside of green, it would actually be pretty doable to go, like, 5-color silly stuff. Our 2-drops are our weakest spot. 9 Crescendo, I don't feel like I'm wide enough to pull off. Bring in the Ginger Brute. Edgewall in is fine. Possibly going down a land. Oh, I mentioned before Virtue of Courage. So Virtue of Courage, by the way, it goes in here as just a shock. And that's fine. It can be that. I am going to look at what I have that bargains here. This is a bargain spell. This is a bargain spell. Yeah, I'm looking at bargain because of Princess Takes Flight. These are not that good, but they do fill in my curve a bit more. And I'll be trimming a land, I believe. Land and possibly a 3-drop. Yeah, Savor of the Sleeping, just with this pool, I don't think is very good. Though it is fine on its own. We're looking for a bit more, like, face punchy stuff. This is the Midweek Magic event. Alright, I am going to ship this as a 40. I know usually I do 41, but when it comes to, like, a bit more concentrated aggro, that's fine. I also think that maybe swapping Rhymefur, because we don't have that much enchantment, for a Bellowing Bruiser is totally fine. Same with Besotted Knight. I'm going to cut Besotted Knight. I'm going to keep Rhymefur. Even though we don't have that many enchantments, we do have some. Keep that in and see what we got. I say my best cards are Imitation's Recruiter, Twisted Fealty, and Virtue of Loyalty. And yes, Virtue of Loyalty, I would say, is worth playing a subpar, otherwise white pool, just because, oh my gosh, it's a really good card. We're going to get it down in the game, and you will see. You're going to be like, oh, dang, that was an instant speed flash 2/2, and also the buffins, the buffins, the buffins, the buffins. It buffs and untaps at my end step, which is pretty nice. Is broken? Yeah. I would say it's one of the best cards in this limited pool. At least one of the best rares. I have an itty bitty bit of removal here. I've got the Frostbridge Guard. This is fine. Yo! Otavio Saintano. I said that so badly. Thank you so much for the sub. And Jomono, thank you for the 2-year resub. Saying hello from Brazil. Otavio, hello. Wow, that was a really good game of Magic. Guys, your subs, they won me the game. And Low Beer 42, thank you for the sub. That was, Sure, great. A lot of people, by the way, because there's no punishment for losing a game in this, will just essentially win trade in these events. Oh, look, I got 20 gems. And I get that. There's no stakes. You win, awesome. You get low-key rewards and you get your daily wins. You lose, nothing happens. All skill, 100% skill. I think we should just play until we get a good Virtue game to, like, show off the Virtue. Long Claw. Okay, very similar, but this time we have our Virtue of Loyalty. Hi, Imitation's Recruiter. This is the mythic uncommon of this set, I think. It's quite good. Thank you to everybody who just subbed, though. That was a big old wham jam kablamo. Oh my god, there's another Rue! Rue Zoko, thank you for the 8-month resub. All hype. All train. All hype and train. Behold, my mountain! Making 2/2/2 knights with this on the battlefield. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I'm just gonna pop down the Frost Bridge Guard. My guess is I'm gonna go 1, 2Z, double spell. If I get the lands, and I did, I'm actually just going to bluff here, having a trick. Hey, what's up? That's a good 2 damage in. Giant rats too. I do like a good rat. Hilda. Okay, so Hilda is a reward for tapping stuff. My turn. My turn. Not going to swing in here. Going to pop down the rat catcher. They do have some blue, so I may have wanted to cast this on my turn. Just to get around the potential counterspell. Aw, Beans! Beans draws them cards. They have 3 mana. Snare Master Sprite. Okay, so they're probably going to pay the extra 2 here to tap down... Maybe the Rat Catcher because of the first strike. They don't have an extra mana, though, so they don't get the extra stuff. All right, and Virtue! And Virtue! Ciao! Yeah, next turn we can Twisted Fealty, and if we get a land, we could also play the Recruiter. We're swinging in for like 20. Bam, wham, kablamo. GG. I love that. See? That's gaming right there. That's gaming. We're just such gamers that we get a win. We get our second reward for this. Look! It was a Dominaria United card. I already have all the rares from that, so I get 20 gems. Virtue plus virtue equals game. Ready? Fight. That's what gaming looks like? That is what gaming looks like. Alright, we got Virtue. We're a mono-white deck. This is fine. I actually don't feel like I have that many targets for Return Triumphant, but I have some really good targets in the deck. That's why I kept this in. Specifically the 3-drop 4/2. The 4/2 that has an adventure. It's the Daredevil Dwarf. The Dwarf Devil. The reason why I think that card is so good with it is if you give it Young Hero. Oh, hey, it's that one. Minecart. Oh, I meant to use this, but I don't have red mana. My head was silly. Oh, that's good. Just straight up forget. Yeah, giving this Young Hero means that it can get up to... was it 3+1/+1 counters on it? It gets big. You want to kill my little guy. Okay. I could protect it with Moment of Valor. I'm good. Yeah, putting it on Ginger Brute, too, is really solid. I'm not playing the Imidane's Recruiter here. That would just be 3 damage to face. Oh, that's a good card. Too good. Die. Minecart Daredevil. He wants to play Minecraft. She yearns for the mines. Belligerent of the Ball. See that? That's the Young Hero token I was talking about. I could destroy that. I'm just going to try to get a little trade here. I don't think they would trade if I didn't put the Young Hero on it. Ooh, Hilda's Icy Crown. Crown of Winter. This is like a super icy manipulator. Swinging in. They trade. Day Trader Vader over here. Bring out the knights! Charmed Clothier with nothing to put counters on. They will be able to tap something down here. I'm trying to decide if I want to set up my Virtue here. No, I'm going to go for Daredevil. Into Recruiter. Next turn is my Virtue of Loyalty turn. You can prevent one of us from hit you in the face. Who's it gonna be? Or you don't have to take the trade. These are all gonna go back to being 2/2s for a brief moment in time. Then they'll all get this going on. They can still keep tapping something down. Hello, what's this? Return Triumphant! Ah, they made one! They were like, I also want a Young Hero Daredevil. Same. Yeah, it gets up to 4 toughness, which... Oh, so good for this. Swinging in. Doth thou tradeth? These will all trade across, like, multiple turns, by the way, with the Virtue. So even if they didn't block it this turn, it would still be the same trade the turn after the turn after. So if they were intending to trade, I think they would have done it then. All right. Get my counters. Casclamo. Oh, yeah, our defenses are up. I'm ignoring this. We have a kind of weird piece of removal because it still leaves them with a blocker. Who do you tap? Dave Devil? All right, Dave gets tapped. No, Imidane's Recruiter gets tapped. They might also have a piece of removal. I was thinking... Valor. Okay. I was thinking it could be... Kellen's Light Blades. That's the name. I'm just gonna boop. Gonna bap. Gonna beep. Just gonna go super wide here rather than take out the crown. Oh, and super wide I am. Hey. You have 2 blockers. You can tap one thing down. It's time to duel! Gets tapped, we swing in. At most, they could block these. And lethal damage incoming. GG. See? We got the gaming. Isn't it nice? You just wake up, you get to play free sealed. And I would say that was our game, kind of showing off. Yeah, the Virtue just keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. And we got our 3 wins. But since our first game was... Oh, right! Sorry. Our first game was the one where somebody just, like, conceded on turn 2. So this is a style. And I was like, what's going on? It's because the Dominaria style for, like, the special borders is the old border. I was like, why does it look like this? It's because Nis is wrestling this Electro Dino Beast. With Anime's might. Oh my god, the power of God on anime is on my side. Alright, one more game. One more game, and then we'll go play some more Magic. You like the old border? I don't like all the cards in old border, because some of them are hard to read. That one's fine. It looks kind of cute. You've never seen this art. I feel like I opened it. I did an opening once of a March of the Machines, The Aftermath collector's boosters, because I was sent them by WotC. Oh, wow, there's no red there. Oh, look at this opposite problem. Now, this is still keepable. I'm a mono red deck. Local Cluck, they give you the 2-month resub!
THX for all the fun content, Amy.
Grabby Giant gets me Treasure. Got 2 potential instants. Oh, Fairy Dream Thief. You gonna flash out Nabira or something? No? Coffee is good. I just finished my coffee before I started this. Imagine this is getting countered. No, they would have countered the That's Mine. Yeah, they're just drawing cards. Grabby Giant has reach, so good defense against this fairy. That's why I didn't use this up on there. Yeah, I made a cappuccino this morning. Okay, gotta remember, Restless Spire. Restless Spire, by the way, something about, like, the 2 little twin dragons makes me feel like this should have flying. It does not. It has First Strike, which is also good. Swinging for 4. Okay. Moment of Valor doesn't do much there. I could use it to untap. Instead, we're going to get a Hey Merry Bards. Pay the 1. This is now a Young Hero Merry Bards. Singing songs, buffing themselves. Yeah, it's a really low activation cost. It's only 2 mana. Has first strike on your turn and scry 1 when it attacks. The art is pretty, I agree. It reminds me of the old Dueling Dragons art for people who remember that at Universal. It got rebranded, I think, into a Harry Potter ride. Still cool. As somebody who very much liked dragons as a child, I was into it. And as an adult. And as all ages in between. Just while they're kind of shields down, I'm going to take out that fairy before it gets any bigger. I'm going to make my fairy bigger. And I am also going to play this at sorcery speed so I can dodge potential counterspells. Cool! Rogue9, thank you for gifting a sub to Wired Current. Oh yeah, we got double virtue pool. They bounced my token! Yeah, okay. That's what I get. And they grappled with my bard! I could just play this as a 4/5. Sure. I'd rather use the other side of it. Let's see if this gets countered. It didn't. We just have a 4/5 out. I didn't play the Virtue of Loyalty into the empty field because it's not buffing anything. We're a Boros deck. We want to get our damage on the field whenever we can. This is a sealed. Those are midweek magic. All right, impact tremors means creatures entering the battlefield for them hit me in the face. They exiled my boy! How dare you? It's your first time seeing the red virtue? That's fair. It doesn't do that much in most limited games. It gives you a very, very narrow window to play the cards that you're exiling. So I would say that really it's just about this. It's the 2 mana shock, which that's not even the amount of mana you want to spend on a shock. I'm considering princess and then stroking my own princess. Those are words, aren't they? And since I have nothing to buff, I want this to buff this. There we go. They'll still have the Gatekeeper, but that dies to Moment of Valor. Guys, no, it's not dirty. We're not stroking the princess. Questing Bay! They give it a 13-month resub. No, look, okay, so the princess was leaving the tower, and she went to the ball, and then it was midnight, and she had to go back to the tower. Normal Rapunzel stuff. What are you bringing back? One of your good kill spells? Cut in, grapple, or taken by nightmares? Went for cut in, which they can't afford to cast here, at least. Rogue Knight, thank you for gifting a sub to Zamey Man! I'm gonna wait until they cast that so we can get our Moment of Valor. Also, I didn't play my Virtue of Courage. Also, this does, I think, nothing in my deck. I could have attacked in, but I feel like they just would have blocked. Haha! I untap my creature! It gets hecka buff! And do something with the Realm Scorcher. Oh, that's true! We have a Realm Scorcher! I forgot, because we haven't seen it. Yeah, that deals indirect damage. All Alright, our opponent is leaving because my guess is that was like their last access to removal. And they're just like, oh, that's about to become a 4-4, and then a 5-5, and then a 6-6. And we're just gonna sit here with 2 virtues out. Ever virtuous! And now you've seen a sealed game. Yeah, I totally forgot we had a Realm Scorcher. That thing's a heck of a card. It's a really, really good card because it's kind of like it's only 2 mana because you bargain it and you get all the mana back. What a good card. Yeah, nice. We did the thing. Yay! Eldraine Limited! Wilds of Eldraine. It's still pretty dang fun.